Good morning. I just pressed live and I guess I still have makeup left over on my face from last night. The reason why I had makeup on my face last night was because I was going to run a live stream video, but I never did. I got to get my butt in gear. I was hoping that maybe somebody would be around, but everybody's probably thinking that I'm working, so I'm not going to do a live stream. So now nobody else is around because they already made other plans. I like that green screen. I don't think that looks like me. Great, the trolls are here. You think that looks like me? Or that one? I look like that? That's what I look like? I'm not such an ugly girl after all. How about that one? That looks like something I would want to crush underneath my foot or hit with a fly swatter. Everybody else is worried about like getting like these glamour faces and stuff. Not me. That's what I would look like in an avatar. Like that would be my avatar. I don't know. Does that look like me? Hang on a second. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. No, there's no resemblance. I cannot have that on. So, did you guys check it out yet? No, because I don't even have anybody in my chat room right now. I know it says I do, but YouTube's lying. My table of contents. The drawing for the cover of my autobiography that I made. I love this drawing. That's like my favorite drawing next to that one, but this one was re-imaged. It's actually made of nothing but glitter, but someone re-imaged it so that way I could have a copy on my computer. But that's Yahuwah on the throne, his royal cape, and the footstool is us, the earth. My website. My website. I can't believe it's finally done. And I'm going to take Joshua's advice and I'm going to like enjoy this mile marker. I should have had this website done like 2 weeks ago. I finally got it done last night. And then when I got it done, something screwed up and I lost the page. So I had to type the entire page over again. Hey, Green Eyed Mama, how are you? It's great to see you. Yes, the Corporation of America is owned by the country of Israel. Thank you so much, Green Eyed Mama. I'm really humbled now to do my autobiography. So my deadline is October 13th. I better get moving, right? So my deadline's October 13th. So I'll finish it the 13th and then I'll meander around for a couple of days, putting the final touches on it. Then I will shoot it out for copyrights. Then I will give it to the publisher. There's a company I want to send it to. And then once those things are done, by October 30th, so long as it's sent out for the copyrights, I will upload it to my website and you guys can read it there. Sifat, I don't know what you're talking about at all. I don't look so shabby for the morning, do I? I'm gonna email you for your rough draft. You don't have to email me. You could. Well, it'd be easier for me to it'd probably be easier for you if I sent you the PDF. But if you want to wait 3 weeks, I'll send it to you then, and then you'll just have the finalized. Because what's up on my website right now is a rough draft. There's a lot of corrections, like when it comes to Yahusha's name, that has to be corrected. When I wrote my book, I was in Germantown, Maryland, subjected to a plastic religious fanatical couple. And I had to put the word rapture in my book because they were rapturous and because I was not. Oh my God. But the church taught me that, with her beady eyes like Queen Elizabeth. So I was stuck in a rotten place when I was writing my book. So what you're reading right now was influenced by a bunch of fucking religious fanatics. I would prefer if you'd wait 3 weeks and then let me get you the finalized book. If you don't want to wait, because I'm going to make you wait. If you don't want to wait, what's up on my website right now is a rough draft. It's just a rough draft. It's not the finalized book. It's missing the human hunting parties, Castle Amaro. It's missing a bunch of stuff. And again, there's a bunch of corrections that need to be made because I confused a super soldier with a programmer. And I have a lot more answers now that I did not have back then. I fully reintegrated December 2022. I wrote that book the summer of 2019. Well, some of my alters wrote it. There's more information to go into it because only some of my alters wrote it, not all of them. I didn't meet all of them, so it would have been impossible for all of them to have written it anyway. But I'm fully reintegrated. And I don't need all my memories to fully reintegrate. When the memories become clearer, I'll just deal with them as they come, Yeah, that way I can give you the better copy. But if you want to skim through it, my rough draft is up on hollybaglio.com. You can take everything's copyrighted to me. But I did not sell my book. I cannot sell anything. I'm fully disabled. Abba told me to give my testimony. He didn't say anything about losing my disability. I can't work. And selling my book is not going to make me enough money so that I don't have to work. I need my disability. Let me go put some water on. I'm going to buy a bonnet, Green-Eyed Mama. I've been looking into it, a bonnet. There's this lady on Facebook, Mink something or other, and she sells these bonnets, and I want to get them. And I want to get that thing, too, where you wrap your hair around it, because that's what I do out of the showers. I wrap my hair around my finger, and then it dries, and I don't have to put a bunch of product in it. But, like, there's those things that you put in your hair. You wrap your hair around it, and then you can sleep in them or some crap like that. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep in it. Not unless I have it, like, down low. Hey, Teresa, CC Mink. You're wearing one. You're wearing one. I'm going to trade in my backwards baseball cap for a bonnet. It's a toss-up, though. I don't know whether to get yellow, because it's my favorite color, or camo. I guess I could get two bonnets, but I want to get the one with the hair care kit where, like, it gives you that thing that you can wrap your hair around for the front, and then it gives you the one that you can, like, the long one that, you know, I don't know what the hell they're called. Curlers? The foam wire. Yeah, those long bendable curlers things. Wait, so it definitely will work. Yeah, you can see my salt and pepper. I'm 51 now. I'm so glad I made it to 51. What are you doing? Rumble, rumble, rumble. They're fun to play with. Good morning. I've been up since like 7. So I got my website done. Now to do the book. So I should have my book to you guys no later than October 30th, but I'm hoping by like October 20th, 21st. I got to have it done. I got to have everything ready to go by October 19th. So when I wake up October 20th in the morning, I have everything. It's done, finalized, sent out for copyrights, and yeah. Finally, I'm getting it done. I mean, these things have been incomplete since 2019. I had a feeling it was going to take me like 6 years to write this book, that it was not going to be like 6 months. But I'm glad that I released the rough draft because it settled my stomach, so to speak, you know, because I have that urgency, that feeling of urgency, and I was like, okay, well, it's a rough draft. It's not done, but at least everybody can get their hands on it and read it. Because the plastic religious fanatical couple was always playing games with me, and I didn't like their crap. Her husband took my book out of the house to his job to read it, and it's like, lady, I didn't even get it copyrighted. It's a rough draft. What is your husband doing taking it to freaking work? Oh, you didn't meet your deadline, so you got to have somebody help you edit it. It's my deadline, not yours. Go write your own book if you want to dictate what I'm doing with it. I said that to her once. I was like, go write your own book. Like, lady, go write your own book, and then you can decide what you're doing with it. The way it works now is the people that are holding my book, if something happens to me, they're going to release it. You just want to read it to be nosy. You're not reading. You don't want to read it to, like, if something happens to Holly, I'm going to make sure this gets out. No, you just want to read it to be nosy, to say you're the first one to read it. Oh, Cam, Holly's going to make me wait to read it. Yeah, because the agreement that I have with Deborah Galen and everybody else is that they're going to release it if something happens to me. You don't want to get involved, but you want to read it before the public. Yeah, I'm going to write a book of what not to do. Whatever Heidi did, don't do that, guys. Don't do it. Now, I made up the name Heidi. My grandmother used to have a Shih Tzu named Heidi, and I can't tell you how many times I got called Heidi and the dog got called Holly. So, yeah, in 2019, I was being handled, and it comes out in the book. You'll see the difference if you read that, and I don't want you to read it. I just want you to wait a few weeks. If something happens in a few weeks and you don't get the finalized, definitely read the rough draft. But I want to make, I got to add some things in there to make sense of it. And no, I did not use names because I was not about to write everybody permission. May I? I'm writing a book. Can I use your name? Forget that. Albie gave me a dream about you. I met you. I'm using your name. If you don't like it, too bad. Too bad. Should have gave me a fake name. I'm married to a gorgeous, perfect, handsome, beautiful man right now. Get out of my chat room. Thank you for taking down those comments. Report and block. I know, right? I can't stand that crap. I'm married. December 12th, 2014. If they bothered to look at my website, they would have seen the wedding certificate. It might not look like much, but it means everything to me. Kritam. This is only my second dose and second cup. Sometimes I take 2 doses in 1 cup. What are you doing, Rumble? Where is my cup? Okay. I got my website up. You guys got to look at it. I was going to run a live stream last night and announce it, but I don't know. Didn't happen. I'm having trouble linking my website to Facebook. And then I'm having problems putting my website up on search engines because the search engine description wants to change my descriptions. I don't know. I'm still learning. I got my website up. It's there. After my book is finished, I'll go back to my website and worry about these things, about why it's not coming up in a search engine and writing the search engine descriptions and all this other crap. Like, I got to get my book done. I got to get my book done. I got to get my book done. And you know what? I got to complete my task before Alba anyway. This has been incomplete for 6 years. Hi, Jamie. How are you? What do you think about hydroxy 7, which is kratom?
Well, I've never tried it. I gotta tell you, my kratom that I make at home is strong enough. Like if my one dose isn't enough because my pain level is higher, then I'll put a second dose. So I'll put 3 rounds of 2 teaspoons. So 6 teaspoons. That would be actually 3 doses. But no, that hydroxy. Hey, Mr. Burns, how are you? I will. I got to make my high calorie shake. I've been starving the past 2 days, but that fast. Yesterday, all I ate was ice cream, but I was starving for a real meal. Today, I hope to get my high calorie shake. All I have to do is make one. Let me get back to what I was talking about before. Hydroxy 7. So I heard that stuff is like 7 times stronger than what I have in my hand. It's powerful. It's powerful. So like if you go to the store and you get those little bottles, those shoddy bottles that cost about $20, that's 3 doses in one plus whatever else they're putting in it. But if you go get those tablets are even stronger than the 3 doses of the liquid that you get. So those hydroxy 7 tablets, be careful with them. I think for me, they'd be too strong. I already got kratom. I don't need to F my S up. I don't need to mess up my script. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, Miss Wilson, it is addicting, but like, I'll tell you what got me started on the kratom anyway. I'm a pain management patient. I used to go to a pain management doctor and wasted a lot of good money on him. I quit all my medicines. I used cannabis to come off. I had tried kratom a couple of times, and now I use it regularly. But I don't buy it from the store. I go online. I just get the kratom powder myself, right? There's nothing in this except kratom powder. So when I make my own kratom, it's kratom, water, sugar, and that's it. I don't have any of the other stuff like they put in the shoddy bottles and those tablets. They're really, 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 really strong. If you got terminal cancer and you're in that kind of pain, then I get why you would take the tablets. Because I hear those tablets can be like 75% stronger than my kratom. Mr. Burns, methylene blue. Yes, very helpful. I was taking it, but then I stopped because when I went on my parasite detox, I had taken a bath and I hadn't taken the methylene blue in like 3 or 4 days. But when I took that bath, the bath water turned blue. And I was like, wait a minute, there's way too much in my system. So it is really good for joints and stuff. You should look into the natural plant, obviously the plant's natural, which is called German chamomile. So rather than getting the methylene blue, which is synthetic, you could go to the actual plant, and it's called the German chamomile plant. And the blue liquid is actually inside the plant itself. But getting back to the website, I go to yokratom.com. I get a kilo for what, $60, $70 by the time shipping and handling and taxes are done. But then they get sales where they'll be like, well, if you buy 2 kilos, you can get them for $50. So then I'm getting 2 kilos for $110. That's good. I used to go to beleafer.com and they have great quality. I went to them for years. I was very loyal to them. But then it came to a matter of budget. I cannot be spending $100 for a kilo. So I switched over to yokratom.com. Decent quality, affordable. So I get kilos for $60 versus $90 or $100. So kilos for 60, and if they have a sale, I can get them for $50. 2 kilo. I can show you 1 kilo because oh shoot, where did I put it? I hide my kilos, I tell you, I hide them. Yes, yes. I take my cocaine and turn it green. The Zelensky likes his nose candy. Wait a minute. Give me a minute. Because I don't know. I found it. Okay. Sorry, the room's small, but this is a kilo. 2.2 pounds, so that's a kilo. That's a kilo. That'll get you through a month. If you take it like I take it, it'll get you through a month. If you like fiend off of it, you're only going to get about 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, if you're taking like 12 cups a day, 15 cups a day, it's only going to last you 2 or 3 weeks. But if you take like, this lasts me a month. It lasts me about a month. 1 kilo for a month. So, yeah. You know what? I should put it back where I found it. So that way, I know where to find it when I want it again. Wait, I don't know why I do this. I had 2 sets of pants on. SpongeBob SquarePants, who lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob. Tastes better, or do you tough it out? Oh no, I put sugar in it. Sometimes I use honey, but honey can upset my stomach. I love you, Mr. Burns. My finest Baracus to you and your beautiful wife. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. I put sugar in it. Are you kidding me? I'm not. Listen. Oh, if I had to, I would drink it without sugar, but it would ruin my day. I would not like it. Honey, sugar. I don't use stevia because I have irritable bowel syndrome, and stevia, that sets off my IBS. Fake crap. Just give me the real sugar, you know? Give me the real fat. Give me the real salt. Give me the real sugar. I remember when my attorney Greg used to do my food shopping. Every time, sodium-free, fat-free, sugar-free. It's like, Greg, I want to enjoy my food. You are picking everything that has absolutely no taste off the shelf. I'm never going to eat it. Like, Greg, I'm one of those people where if you put food in front of me and I don't eat it, it's going to get thrown out. Don't put it in front of me in the first place. Like, none of it's getting eaten. And you know what happened? All of it got thrown out. I didn't tell him, but I started to sneak out and go to the store for myself, even though he was food shopping for me. I kind of had to because I wasn't going to let the guy buy my personal items and stuff. But everything he got, fat-free, sugar-free, sodium-free, taste-free. Just give me the fat, sugar, and salt, all right? I want to enjoy food. You're making me loathe it. Yeah, like fat-free cottage cheese. what you want to eat whenever you want to eat it. Exactly. Yeah, like I'm starving right now. You think I would make a shake? That 25-hour fast was rough. And then when I went back to vaping, after that 25-hour atonement fast, Yom Kippur, I dropped from 6 milligram down to 3 milligram nicotine. This is 3 milligram nicotine. After that, after Yom Kippur, 6 milligram tasted really strong. I was like, oh, wow. Yes, it does. Listen, stress killed my appetite to begin with. Like, I stopped sleeping. Well, I stopped sleeping and stopped eating. Um, always with my appetite. Always with my appetite. But kratom, yeah, it does. It does suppress it. Is that right? Or stimulate it? What do you say? It gets rid of my appetite. But what I started to do was, Jamie, I started to retrain myself. So what I would do is I would drink the kratom, and then I would say, all right, Holly, within an entire hour, you have to drink that entire shake. I have a high calorie shake. It's like 1,300 calories, but then I add 4 bananas. I'm sorry, I add 4 eggs, 1 banana, 4 tablespoons of the cocoa powder for extra iron, carbs, calories, nutrients. I get it up to about 1,800 calories. And then I tell myself, okay, Holly, you can have the kratom, get yourself all nice and numbed up, and you're going to sit and you're going to eat that whole thing, that whole shake in an hour. It doesn't matter how uncomfortable you are, you're going to eat it. But see, that's what it is. So I kill the uncomfortable pain with the kratom first, and then I make myself eat. So I'm retraining myself to do that. Eating's uncomfortable, and sometimes eating can be really hard. I don't want it to be. Oh my God, look at this. Look at the difference. You know what the difference is? This is 1 tablespoon of kratom, and this is 2 tablespoons of kratom. Hey, Falcon Sword, good morning. I got my website up. Take a look at it. Tell me what you think. HarleyBaglio.com. It's the same as, I think this one came out better than the last one because I had my last one from 2018 until 2021. I just got it back. It cost me money too. It was a good thing we had Yom Kippur because it was a lot of money to get my website back. HarleyBaglio.com. I just launched it last night. Thank you so much. So now, don't forget, I'm working in my autobiography, and my website even addresses my autobiography. So everything you could possibly want to know is up on the website. I think it came out so good this time. The first time, it was a good website. It was fair, but this one is awesome. This one, I scanned all of my drawings. I scanned 140 drawings, but I only uploaded over 125. I got to go back and recount how many drawings I have. Not the flyers and pamphlets, my actual drawings. I think I got over 125 on the website. 0 viewers. But you guys were just talking. 0 viewers. What? Not just flipped. It says 16. 16 viewers. I was like, what? You guys just all of a sudden up and left at the same time. Like, I know I alienate people, but I'm not that good at it. Not to get everybody make up and leave all at once. Maybe trickle out. So what was I saying, Jamie? Trauma kills appetite. Yeah. Yeah, it kills my appetite, Jamie. A lot. I don't want it to. Hey, Yahusha Barukas. I got my website up. HollyBaglio.com. Yay. So now I have to go and resend my letter out because to land interviews, when I first sent my letter out, Proton Mail decided not to give me my incoming mail. So now, I got a new email address. I went over to Yahoo. Gmail gives me the same problem. Anything having to do with super soldiers, the emails don't make it to the destination. They disappear. It's always a problem. Proton Mail will not give me my incoming mail. It only gives me certain people's mail. And that's crazy. That's craziness. So that's what I should do, is completely shut down that email altogether. What do I have on that email? I don't have anything on that email anymore. I'm going to delete that email address. So at least now the website will definitely help me land. I told you already, I'm sorry. Yeah, so hopefully with the website up, it'll show people I'm serious. I am who I say I am. Here's my material. Here are my prophecies. Not all of them, but the major ones for the most part. The prophecies I drew pictures of, but I have other prophecies that I just keep in my head. I'm going to be here when they come true. I'll see them happen anyway. Where are you? You're asking me for serious? Yes, I'm from the U.S. I'm in the state of New Jersey. It's the East Coast. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. The best coast, the best side. The best side is the East Side. East Side. Sweden, wow. Your country's beautiful. That's awesome. All right, so I'm thinking, let's go outside. It's going to take me a lot longer to grow my hair down my waist. It's going to take me like another, 6 years of growing my hair out to get it down to my waist. It sucks. My hair, that much longer, and I'll have my hair back to the length I used to keep it. I got to get a new coil. The hair is absolutely no reason for me to suffer through that coil. First things first. That's 3 milligrams. Fill that one up. So it sits. Perfect. Suck out the good liquid from that one and toss it. Good. I could not take another second of sucking on that other coil. Swiss Army knives. My papa used to do that too. My papa that raised me, always with the Swiss Army knives. He gave me my BB gun. It could pass for 9 millimeter, my BB gun. I'd love to show you, but I can't for various reasons. Actually, I rebuke myself. I don't have a BB gun. I don't have anything. I don't even have butter knives in my kitchen. Nope. I have no weapons at all. We don't even have plastic knives in this house. This is anti-weapon home. Yeah, he gave me, when I was 9 years old, it was a Sears BB gun. And it looks just like a 9 millimeter. A bullseye from, wow, nice. I don't even think my eyes could see 60 feet away to shoot something. I could get it in the ballpark. Depends what we're shooting. If it's an arrow, I'm missing. If it's a shotgun, I'm getting it. I want to go to target practice, actually. I used to practice with that BB gun so much that, like, it has an inaccurate shot, but I got used to the BB gun being inaccurate. So when I shot, I took that into account and I'd still hit my target. Bows and arrows are a lot of fun. I should set up a place here for that, for bow and arrow target practice. Oh, much better. And I disappear. Yes, I'm gone. Look at the magic trick. Look at it. And I'm back. Look at it. Where is the golden coin? He's missing it. AK-5 in Sweden, built in Belgium. With Russian instruction booklet, yes? Built in Belgium. Assembled in Sweden with a Russian booklet held in the hands of a Spanish speaking person. Yes, that is the world we are living in. I thought I'm funny. No, I'm not funny. You were in the Swedish army. Oh my goodness. Thank you for your service. Wow. Thank you for your service. You will die when you're 50 years old. Yeah. 50 was over a year ago. I hate to tell you, when I die, Yahuwah just brings me right back. He just resurrects me. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. And then to also bust your bubble with insult, I'm an ex super soldier. I remember being sent out on assignments and missions and dying on them and coming back to life. You're going to have a really tough time killing me. And I'm not going to make it easy either. So I already died March 2007. How long ago was that? 18 years? 17 years ago? 17 years ago I died. Wait, 17? Is it? No. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does. It'd be 18 years ago. "18 years ago I died." Have a great Sabbath. Shabbat Shalom. I'm just hanging out. I just wanted to come say hi to everybody before my nose goes right back to the computer in the books. In the book, Kids in a Cage, I'm going to finalize it. But I mean, if you want to skim through the rough draft, it's up on the website. But there's also a big sign that says on or before October 30th, I'm going to have you my finalized book. But today, I'm just kind of hanging out with you guys until I eat, and then I'm going to go. And after that, I have to back up. I have to save everything I wrote on my website. That's going to take me a couple of hours, and then I'm going to send out letters because I want to land interviews. And then the great news is I don't have to include attachments anymore. I can just include my website. And that's going to make the emailing process go a lot faster and a lot smoother. Oh, praise be to Abba. I'm going to breeze through that process now. I just did myself a favor. I was thinking about starting and like looking up how to start like an email thing for my website. I don't know any of that stuff. Like saying, hey, if you want to subscribe, every once in a while I'll send out a newsletter and talk about whatever. I don't know how to do that stuff. After I finalize my autobiography, Kids in a Cage, I'll go and learn that other stuff. I think the publisher, I'm really hoping he likes my autobiography. If not, that's okay. But I'm going to keep pushing forward. I want it. I was stagnant for 2023 and 2024, and I don't want to be stagnant anymore. So I have a dead voice. Isn't that nice? I'm an internet radio hostess. I have a sexy, raspy voice. People don't care what I'm talking about. There are some people that just tune in to listen to my voice because of how it sounds. Get out of my chat room. I want to talk about something with you guys. And Abba, I repent right now because I've done it. I was watching this video and it was talking about how Satan uses our own words against us. And the guy giving the example set it up with, there's a father and son. The father should be praying for the son's salvation, but instead, the father's always putting the son down. Well, when it comes to the spirit realm and spiritual warfare, you know, that realm that's much more important than this one, you know, the realm where everything happens in that one first and then manifests in this one. We're last to find out. Well, Satan uses our words against us. And Satan will go to Heavenly Abba and say, see, that's that son. He's lost. He's fallen. He's no good. Well, Yahuwah, look at what his own father says about him. His own father puts him down and belittles him. And if his own father's going to say that about him, and he's already doing this, that, the other thing, then Yahuwah, he's mine, not yours. Hide user. That's what you guys got to do. Hide user. Hide user. Hide user. These are all trolls. Or AI bots, whichever. Anyway. I am so happy. I got that website done. I am so happy. That was so much work. I wrote up those descriptions myself. I had a website previously. And with that website, I had saved the descriptions that I wrote for the drawings. But when I took a look at the descriptions that I wrote 6 years ago, I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Now, the descriptions I wrote recently, they're better descriptions. It's just better descriptions. I mean, I keep repeating myself. Abba gave me a dream. Abba gave me a dream. Abba gave me a dream. I drew it.
Ah, it sucks getting older. Yeah, so Satan uses our own words against us, so we should not like belittle other people ever. Because, say, like, we're supposed to build each other up and encourage each other. Another reason, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, is because Satan will take what you say, bring it back to Heavenly Abba, and say, Heavenly Abba, the guy is an a-hole. He lies, he steals, he makes other people cry. Look at her. She's a she's a cunt. She cheats, lies, steals, murders. You hear what these people say, and they're not saved. They couldn't possibly be your children. They should be mine. He uses our words against us. So, like a father and a mother are belittling their kid, no, they need to be praying for their kid and their kid's salvation. And they should be saying kind things. And if they're not doing well, they should nudge them in the right way. But don't belittle them going, oh, my daughter's a pathetic loser. She ain't going anywhere. My horses were better trained than my daughter. My horses never put one foot down wrong. But my daughter, what a piece of crap she is. She won't do this for me. She won't do that for me. Satan will take that and go, hey, Holly's a sinner. You see how her biological mother talks about her? Holly's not yours. Yeah, there was a video I was watching. I was going to put up a link to it, but I think I got the best part from it right now. If I come across the video, I'll put it up on the YouTube tab. I got to remember to do that. The other thing, Green Eyed Mama, I get my Bible and I look at the table of contents, and then I'll go to youtube.com, and then from my physical Bible, I'll go over to YouTube, type in the book of Jonah or Revelation, and I'll type it in so I can see myself typing it in, hearing the name, saying the name, reading the name, writing the name, because just to try to help myself remember it better. And then I listen to the good book. I rebuke myself for saying Bible. Heavenly Abba Yahuwah, I bind and cast away Biblia, its legions, Biblia's friends, and Biblia's friends' legions. Get them out of here in Yahusha's name. So read hallowed scripture, and don't forget to look up the 22 apocrypha books that were hidden from us and listen to them. But with all scripture, rely on Abba. I'm always saying, Abba, I love your living words, but with this physical book, I know it's been tampered with, but I need more background. I don't have enough background. Like, these two people were having a conversation. The next thing you know, they walked into a building. Like, what happened in the middle? Like, were they traveling? How long were they traveling? What happened during it? Like, when they got into the building, were they still talking to the same people, or they were talking to different? Like, even the scribes, when Yahusha himself was walking the face of the earth, even the scribes were lying as they sat there writing down what Yahusha said and did. They were lying, and they sat right in front of him. The book of Malki, I love that book. I love the book of Melchizedek. You're going to walk away from that book hating Satan and hating Cain. Adam, I was a little bit iffy there for a while, but I would have made the same mistake, and I would not want people to hate me for it, because all of us would have made the same mistake. And Adam did not realize the weight of what Yahuwah was telling him. And that's happened a lot of times in my life where I did not understand the weight, the magnitude, the gravity, the measure, the value, the meaning, the worth of what Abba was telling me. I'll give you an example. When I died March 2007, it took me 7 mitten flipping waffle years to figure out he resurrected me. Now, I had a feeling those two white arms were him, and I had found it, the two white arms in Revelation. But it took me 7 years to wrap my mind around that and for myself to go, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a lot deeper than I first thought. If Adam had not sinned, the New Jerusalem and earth would have joined right then and there. If Adam and Eve did not sin and they made it through that battle with Satan, our physical earth and the New Jerusalem would have joined right then and there. Things would have been different, though. They would have been different because then Adam let me backtrack. I'm going to pause there and just stop. Let me go back and listen to the book of Melchizedek, and then I'll come back to that thought and finish it. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. But it would have made Adam would have been exalted to Satan's position. Adam would have still stayed a human being, but he would have been exalted to Satan's position. And man and Yahuwah would have lived together from that moment on. Yeah, that came out. Abba, I repent and I humble myself to you, but I think that came out the right way. Well, that's because you said it, not me. In Yahushua's name, all praise, all love, all glory, all worship, all honor be to you, Yahuwah, for Yahushua Messiah. Selah. That's because I didn't have any part of it. So I was going to say something much different, and I'm glad I stopped myself. But if you listen or read the book of Melchizedek, I listen to it. I think I pick up more by listening to it. And then when I get to a good part, I'm like, but I got to go to my book and read this with my own physical eyes. I don't want to say, and I rebuke myself, I don't even want to say Old and New Testament because that turns out to be some agenda. Let's just hallowed scripture, plain and simple, because the devil's into details. But look up the Catholic Church put together 66 books. Apparently there's 88. We should look up hallowed scripture, but be careful because there is some scripture. Like when I went to look into Solomon, apparently there's 2 different messages of Solomon, and to pick the right one. There's 2 different stories about Solomon. I heard the one where I forget the entity's name. Was it Beelzebub? I can't remember. Kicked Solomon out of his own castle, and Solomon had to prove that he was actually the king, and whatever was in his place was actually the fallen angel posing as him. I think that's the wrong story. That's the wrong narrative about Solomon. I'm not positive. When I found this out and I found out I had to listen to more books of Solomon at the time in 2021 and 2022, I found them really boring. Yeah, Probably why I found them boring is because Satan was trying to stop me from learning something. I'll go back and read them again. Just whatever you pick up, okay? As go before Abba, I do this all the time. I say, Abba, please give me the detail, the background. Abba, give me discernment. Tell me what's of you and what's not. Show me where Satan snuck in and twisted things. Um, you guys, you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell. Abba will always nudge you in the right direction. He'll never mislead us. I was just trying to think back to when I've looked up books of the Apocrypha. Like there's multiple stories about Adam and Eve and what's happened with those two. Um, but I take these books as an idea of what happened back then. And I go before Abba and I say, Abba, tell me what the truth is. And he does. But the other thing too is my thing personally is I'm always pushing Yahuwah because I want to know everything. And Yahuwah told Enoch everything, but only Enoch is going to know everything. Abba's not going to tell anybody else everything like he told Enoch everything. And so here I am pushing to know everything. He's not going to allow me to do that. Once, I'm with him, then yes, he'll let me know everything. But as far as the earth and this life, it's only Enoch that he told everything to. Listening to it was extremely helpful. I went many years only reading, read your Bible, read your Bible, read your. I just want to tell those people, shut the mitten flipping waffles up. Shut up. Some people like me need to listen to it, which means you got to shut up so I can hear him. And those plastic religious fanatics, they don't like it because they want to be the ones that you listen to. I know this firsthand because I had to live with religious plastic fanatics, whether Christian, Catholic, Baptist, it doesn't matter. It's all a religion. Christianity is a religion. Christianity is not a relationship with Yahuwah. You want a relationship with Yahuwah, you go get one. And going to a Christian church is not going to get you one. What was I saying? Queen of the South. That would be, what was it? The sign of Jonah in Matthew chapter 12. And the only reason why I can remember that is because it's on my computer desk right now. I really should have kept a notebook of my Bible studies and written all the great Bible studies down that I've done throughout these 11 years. I can always start writing in that book now. Now, I just got into that. There's a girl on Facebook, Kay Pudgy, or Pudgy, Podgee. She said that Charlie Kirk's widow is the Queen of the South. I hate the spirit of religion, too. Oh, that's what I was saying. Something about the religious fanatical couple. I'm still forgetting, but at least I remember the topic. I was saying something about them. But what was it? Yeah, religion, confrontation, better than thou, churchanity. That churchanity is a hell of a big one. Big one. That churchanity spirit just splats itself all over.
And that religious spirit, that really makes like you and I on the receiving end of those people feel bad about ourselves. No wonder why we have self-esteem issues having to deal with people that have a religious spirit, a confrontational spirit. You know, all of Abba's people are chosen. I realize that. I realize that. There's like the Jews think that they're chosen people. Listen, even the 144,000 are not chosen. They're just a remnant. There's nothing special about those 144,000. Well, it's not there's something special about everybody. What I'm trying to say is recently I see that we're all chosen. We are his children. He chose us. He called us. He plucked us from the darkness. He grooms us, refines us. He's our rabbi. He rules and reigns us, rules over us, reigns us. So we're all chosen by him. Whether we're chosen to be a martyr or chosen to be one of the 144,000, all of his kids, all of his servants are chosen. What's special about us is him. There's no certain group of people that are chosen. I was even maybe having the wrong perspective on of even the 144,000. That there's nothing different about the 144,000 than there are of you guys. They had to die just like you guys are gonna. But they're not like Abba's apostles. What's special about them is him and what they did with him and what they did for him and what they did because of Yahusha. But we should never take anybody within the body of Yahusha and raise certain individuals above the rest of the body. And I repent because maybe I've done that. I repent because I've done that. I think I've done that. I'm looking at myself. I know I went through the 25-hour atonement fast, but I'm still sweeping them out. And I noticed I was set free from a lot of demons through the 25-hour atonement fast. And these demons keep trying to come back in to steal my joy and to steal my anointing from having participated in Yom Kippur, the 25-hour fast. And it's really ticking me off because I feel so set free. Like I feel all the reasons why I ran to start smoking in the first place, I can face, conquer, and put down. I don't need to be attached to the vape pen. I know why I started smoking cigarettes. It was because of heartbreak. It was because of how my boyfriends treated me. Because of what happened. So I ran to cigarette smoking to cover up the pain. The pain of when I was sexually assaulted by that idiot Blair in junior high, which totally I was already drawn to cigarette smoking, but in the 25-hour fast, Abba showed me some things and I ran to cigarettes to hold on to something because of the lack of love I was getting from my boyfriend and then just how he treated me through the whole thing. And it wasn't just him. And so, I don't know, I kind of never ever want to smoke again because I don't want to hang on to the pain.
And even if I could have that boyfriend back, number one, I'd never be happy. Number two, I wouldn't want him back. But number three, I wouldn't want to hold on to him. But I felt like I was such a weak, pathetic, vulnerable person for having such strong feelings for another person who did not reciprocate it. Or like, what's wrong with me that they didn't fight for me? And that's another reason why I want Yahusha, my golden bow, is because he fights for me. And I report you. So, yeah. So I started smoking cigarettes because of heartbreak. And then the heartbreak just kept accumulating, accumulating, accumulating. I think the worst thing to happen to girls is boys going through puberty and how they treat girls. But that just goes to show also how the parents raise them as a person and their upbringing too. Yeah, what was I going to say about that religious plastic fanatical couple? Constantly prying into my business. Like, oh my gosh. My altars could not understand why a lesbian was married to a guy. She was not into him. She only married him to be right in the eyes of the Lord. But she would like go up behind him, wrap her arms around him, but be leering at me while physically hanging on him. I hated that. The other thing too, I knew something was up, by the way. Listen, guys, there's a big difference between friends and fans. Okay. I want friends, and those people were fans. Religious fanatics and fans. At a kitchen table, when you go to sit down, like even here at the house, I noticed that when the homeowner and I go to sit down at the table, we tend to sit in the same chairs all the time. He's got his chair where he sits, I've got my chair, and it kind of works out good. Um, well, like my grandparents, when they raised me, grandma had her chair at the kitchen table, papa had his. And like if you came to visit us and you sat in grandma's chair, she would come up to you and say, "Excuse me." Well, anyway, in Germantown, Maryland, this lady gave up her chair to me. Not for one meal. She gave it up to me. Man, I would have been like, yo, you got to get out of my chair. You got to get out of my seat. I kid you not. I used to go to this bar. I used to have a joke in my early 20s. I worked for AT&T for almost 7 years. And I used to joke around, and I'd say, I think I was like 21 to 27 when I worked for him. I used to say, I sleep, work, and drink all under a 5-mile radius. So I'd used to go to the Thirsty Turtle, and now I got off on a tangent. And I don't remember what I was saying. That's twice I've drawn blanks. Why'd I bring up the thirsty turtle? That's what it was, is because at the Thirsty Turtle, I used to have a specific chair at the bar. I kid you not, there was one place I sat, and if I did not sit in that one place, I was irked the whole time I was there. The bartender, Tommy, would even tell people, it's coming up on 4:30. Holly's going to be coming in. Why don't you move down a seat? If you don't mind, why don't you move down a seat? And what the bartender Tommy would start doing was he used to have like a man purse, and he'd take his paper and man purse and always put it at that seat where I would sit. So that way people would just walk by it and sit down at the seat next to it. Because the Thirsty Turtle, it was a bar restaurant. I'd always sit at the bar. And then there was like a half wall in the restaurant on the other side. I always sat at the bar. When you walked in, there were two entrances. Where I would sit, let me just explain where I'd sit. Where I would sit, I had mirrors so I could see who was behind me. I was facing the restaurant so I could see everybody there. The kitchen was to my right so I could see people going in and out. The other exit to the restaurant, which people used, was right there. I could see it. The other exit that I would entrance or exit that I'd always use was to my left side, and the cash register just sat in front of it. So where I sat, I could see everyone and everything. I loved it. It was my seat. And so when this lady gave up her seat to me, I was like, I thought to myself, you're a very weak person. You come off very confrontational. You ask 50,000 questions about shit that's not your business. Rude and inconsiderate. Eavesdropping at my door. Holly, we don't know how we're going to be able to reconcile what we heard you say on the phone to Peanut last night. You're trying to reconcile what I said to Peanut? What I said to Peanut is not your business. How am I going to reconcile that you're eavesdropping and now you're going to beat me over the head with what you did wrong, but say I'm really wrong for it and tell me how you're such a good Christian and how I did wrong? What, because I didn't want to sit down on Christmas Eve and watch a movie with you and your lesbian wife? You're eavesdropping at my door and you overheard me talking to Peanut? And now you're having problems reconciling what I said. I said that to Peanut. I was talking to him, not you. Yeah, but you said you're 44 years old and you're a grown woman. We heard you say that. What do you mean by that? You're treating me like I'm your 9-year-old daughter. Whenever there's a problem, you come into my bedroom. You and your husband come into my bedroom to talk about it because I guess there's a problem with the kitchen, living room, dining room, porch, outside, picnic area, driveway, general room. There's something wrong with that. You and your husband squeeze your fat asses into my bedroom to have a family meeting. I'm not your family. You got to have Yahusha to be my family. You got Jesus. You got your churchianity. Go to him. Go to the imposter. But she had beady eyes. You want to know what she looked like? Just go look at Queen Elizabeth with her beady eyes. Oh, I couldn't stand those eyes. She was dark. When she sent me a picture of her, I remember showing the dude that collapsed my lung. I'm like, this lady wants me to meet her. I was like, beady eyes. She looks like Queen Elizabeth. She's dark inside. Her husband, he's got some colors, but his colors are wadded up in a ball. He's got a chance at Yahusha. This one
She's dark inside. She's just dark inside. This is the way she wants it. That's the way she's chose it. I think she's actually a lizard in an alien body. Beady eyes, always hawking at me. Oh, Holly. Can you ruin my name? I used to have such a beautiful, soft, lovely name, but you ruined it, lady. I don't know how you could destroy the word Holly, but you did it. I still, when I lived with her, I told her I started writing a book, and she goes, "What's it about?" You. The do's and don'ts when you are coaching an ex super soldier, when you're helping somebody to deprogram and fully reintegrate, what not to do. Yeah, everything that you're doing. I was like, why don't you let me pay you rent? I want privacy. I need privacy. Let me pay you rent so I can come and go as I please, because this ain't working for me. You're treating me like I'm your 7-year-old daughter. Even your husband says, "Oh, where's your little buddy?" I'm not your hobby, old bored housewife. Oh, and then I remember that cold, rainy morning in November 2019 when I walked in the basement to say good morning. "You gotta submit to my husband." No, lady. You see that ring on your finger? Look at it. Yeah. Mine's tiny. Yours is like extravagant. You're married to him. You see this ring? I have Yahusha's ring on my finger. I'm married to him. I only submit to him. You submit to your husband. I submit to my husband. I will never submit to your husband. And you, as a wife, should not be telling another woman that she needs to submit to your husband. Like, I'm not a concubine. I think I think that woman had some other thoughts. I think she thought that because I had been a super soldier and because I had been sex trafficked, the sex trafficking was just a part of the programming for me. Because she heard me talking about how the adults raped me and I could not, the adult women raping me, I could not make sense of it in my little child mind. So the male alters would come forward and then it made sense. Well, she thought I was into that crap. I'm not gay. I'm not a lesbian. I'm not bisexual. I'm not trisexual. I'm not liquid anything, and I'm not pan anything. I'm a normal heterosexual, not sexually depraved girl. But oh my God. Like I'd be taking a nap. Oh, my step grandson wants to see the dog and cat. He just saw them yesterday. I'm sleeping. You're babysitting him, not me. Anyway, I'm just glad to be away from her. Did I lose my chat room? Did I lose my chat room? I'm going to look right now. Did I? Holly Baglio is live. Yes, I did. Is an interesting name. And yep, that's my chair, Grandma, Grandpa. Oh my gosh, I did lose my chat room. Oh, the Queen of the South. I saw that. Yep, I did lose my chat room. No way. Guys, I'll be right back. I got to refresh. I'm sorry. Okay, I got my chat room back. If I ever stop talking to you, it's because I lost my chat room. It just stops working. But Oh my God. And then the dude that collapsed my lung, right? I got over him, moved on, the whole nine. Well, when they brought me to their house, September 2019. Oh, Holly, we got to pray for your ex. We got to pray for him. We haven't prayed for him. I was like, she goes, oh, we got to pray for your enemies. I said, I already prayed for him and I don't need you to do it. Well, what'd you pray? Well, I never heard you pray. I told her, I said, yeah, I did a Jeremiah. I went before Abba and I said, you saw what this dude did to me. I do not pray for him, his daughter, his friends, his family, or anybody having to do with him. I feel bad for the pets, though. I'll pray for them. But Heavenly Abba, he collapsed my lung. He played a game with his current girlfriend to try to make me take him back so he wouldn't have to go to jail. Sadly, it worked. Abba, I don't want to pray for him, his kid, or any of them. They set out to murder me and physically murder me. I do not want to pray for these people. I want nothing to do with them. Please expose them and please let your wrath, your judgment, and your punishment be upon them. Ultimately, it's in your will that no one perish. I pray for his salvation, but he ain't getting saved anytime soon. He ain't going to live right. Let your wrath be upon him, his kid, his friends, and everything he sets his hand to, except for the animals. In Yahusha Shem Selah. She got pissed. You know how I used to shut her up? I'd be like, let every man be a liar and let Yahusha be the truth. Whatever you just said now, let you be the liar, let him be the truth. I'll go talk to him about it. I need a minute. It's hard having a tiger cub as a cat. Okay. I gotta wash my hands now. Give me a second. That's a lot from a cat. Give me a second. Yep. Yep. Can you give me an extra minute? I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. Hope I didn't lose my thing again. No, I didn't. Or did I? Plastic folks, chairs. Friends, not fans, yeah. So, like, when that lady heard me talking about Super Soul, when she heard me say James Casbolt, I became rice. She elected herself to be white. And then she put herself all over me. Um, it's like, lady, get off it. Listen, I met him and it just, yeah. I'm not like that, lady. I'd have to ask, may I please be excused from the dinner table when I was done eating? But yet her stepkids that were in their 20s could just get up and walk away from the table. And there I was at 44 years old having to say, may I please be excused? May I please be excused? Finally, one day I just told her, listen, lady, I'm 44. I've earned my time and title. When I'm done eating, I'll get up from the table and ask you as courtesy, do you need anything else? I've got something to do. I'm finished eating. Can I get you something while I'm up? And then I'll clean my plates, put them away, and then be off. But if you think I'm asking you for anything, you are out of your mind. I'm respectful to your house rules, but I'm not your 7-year-old stepdaughter, hobby, or girlfriend. And I was never a lesbian. I was forced to do that stuff in the dumbs. I'm not like that, and I'm never going to be like that. But yeah, and then the way she would sit there and talk to me, oh God, I never sat across from her. Because you know what she would do is, if I sat across from her, this is how she'd sit. So, Holly, are you going to do a video today? Who are you going to talk to? Any of your friends, Holly? So, Holly, I was wondering, give me your hands. Let's pray to Jesus. Come on, Holly, give me your hands. Let's pray to Jesus. I kid you not. On a bunch of occasions, not a bunch, but on a few occasions, I literally just got up and walked away from her because on the patio, she'd go and sit across from me. And several times I just stood up and walked away from her. And she knew exactly why I was walking away. Sitting there with, I kid you not, with one leg up on one arm and the other leg up on the other arm. Spread eagle. Nasty filth. Nasty filth. It comes in all forms. Oh, Holly, how could you say that awful? It's true. That's how I could say it. It's true. My Alter's never understood why she married a guy. She's not into guys. I could not wait to get out of their house. I didn't want to go there to begin with. When their kids had a problem with me going there, I was like, awesome. That means I'm back in Jersey that much faster. That just means I'm going back to Jersey a lot faster. I didn't want to be there. Her kids liked me. There's nothing to dislike. But I'll tell you, I understood her stepdaughter's problems with her. Her stepdaughter would stay at college during the summer intentionally just so she wouldn't have to go home and deal with that lady. Oh my God. Holly, what kind of eggs you like? Scrambled. And what would she do? Fry them and then bring me fried eggs. It slipped out one day because I had been drinking wine, but it slipped out. I was like, why did you bother asking me what I like if you're only going to bring me what I hate? Or did you ask me that on purpose to do that on purpose? What are you talking about? I hate fried eggs. I told you that. Oh, well, I put the egg in the pan. I give it a swish or two. It's scrambled. No, that's not scrambled. Taking the egg, cracking it in a pan, and breaking the yolk,
That's not scrambling an egg. That's not a scrambled egg. You have to scramble the egg yolk with the egg whites until they're both blended together. Like, I really think that she needs to give the NSA the money back because she failed at programming me. And Abba gave me dreams of those two, that religious couple. In the dreams that Yahuwah gave me of them, it took me a while to figure out. But once I figured it out, I was like, damn. In my dreams, they were dressed up like butchers and they constantly had butcher knives in their hands. And I constantly, in the nightmare, I was constantly scared that they were going to murder me. And if I got a phone call, they would, in the nightmare, they would eavesdrop on my phone call. And it was one of those old school phones with the long cord, like an old rotary phone, and with a long cord. And I remember stretching it through the house, trying to talk and telling people on the phone, help me. I got to get out of here. I'm stuck here. Help me. And actually, people did rally around me. When the rough draft of my autobiography was released, December 2019, a bunch of people rallied around me, and I was able to save up $4,000 to get from Maryland back to Jersey, and then put a security deposit down, have my first month's rent paid for, and then I had $2,000 left over because I had to rent a moving truck, and that cost me $1,500. But I had to rent a moving truck to get all my stuff from Maryland and bring it back to Jersey. That was a lot. And then so it was a lot. It was a lot. But I was so glad to get back to New Jersey. And the plan was for me to come back to New Jersey anyway. I was going through court proceedings at the time. He had already stalked me, and sadly, I took him back. So the only way to get through it was for me to leave and go to a place where he didn't know where I was, and there's no way for him to get in touch with me. And I battered women syndrome. I got over him very quickly. That's because I got over him in the past. So when it came to this time, I wasn't devastated because I dealt with the crap in the past. It was actually a relief to get rid of him. And I really hope that new girlfriend of his is doing something right, because I never want to see him again. And he's not over me either. I can tell he's not. But yeah, those people, what a pain in the ass they were. We got to pray for your enemy. No, I already prayed for him. I don't need to pray with you or in front of you. And she's the one that took me out of Russ Disdar's care and tried to force me to go to Douglas Riggs. I told her after the first time I met Riggs, I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Why do you even have to be here for these sessions? Russ Disdar talks to me in private. I don't need you to be here. But what if your altar comes forward and runs away? Yahusha has me. He's stronger than you. He knows what he's doing. You don't. And I couldn't stand it because this lady would do her hair, put on lipstick, and dress so pretty for these stupid counseling sessions that Douglas Riggs gave me. He's nothing but satanic, that dude. I remember Douglas Riggs from the dumps, and on the surface of the earth, there was nothing different about him. He was not helping people. He was reprogramming people onto lie. When people would wake up, he just reprogrammed them back onto lies. He protected the queen. And actually, in my autobiography, I'm going to touch on this. I'm going to touch on this event, how I got mixed up with him, and how my mentor, Russ Disdar, warned me about people like Douglas Riggs. Yes, he did. I even reached out to Russ Disdar. I said, I'm stuck with this religious plastic fanatical couple forcing me into counseling sessions with Douglas Riggs. He's calling on a serpent, and he's calling on the breath of Abba. Not Abba himself, but on the breath of Abba to deprogram me. He uses strange words and memory techniques, memory retrieval techniques. My alters are all over the place. I can't stand him. My alters can't stand him. And this religious couple is in their fucking heyday. They're having a heyday. Oh, look, we're seeing a super soldier and alters come forward. Look at this, Cam. Look at this. Hey, Cam, look at this. Oh man, that dude, I almost and I'm put this in my autobiography too. I almost burned my driver's license, social security card, birth certificate, copyrights for my autobiography, everything, because Douglas Riggs had me so screwed up. And so did these people. So screwed up, but they know they're Jesus. They've been Christians forever. Yeah, I bind and cast Jesus away and his legions in Yahushua Shem Selah. Everything that couple did only went to traumatize and abuse me further. I could not wait to get away from them. I didn't want to be at their house to begin with. That was all her idea. That was not my idea. That was her idea. Did I lose my chat room again? Or nobody's talking? Anyway, yeah, so in my book, it'll probably take me a day to write from 2019 until current day. So, like, I'm going to have to pick up where my book left off, and I'm going to have to write from 2019. And I'm even going to say that in 2019, I finished my book, but I didn't tell you guys the truth. I was being handled by a religious couple in Germantown, Maryland. And I had to get away from them first before I could tell you what I needed to tell you. And the first thing I'd like to say is there is no rapture, and everything that woman Heidi has to say is wrong. Don't listen to her if you want Yahusha. If you want to be resurrected to everlasting life and spend eternity with Yahusha, do not listen to what Heidi says. Don't listen to a word that comes out of her mouth about our Savior. Oh, she's got a relationship, but it's with Satan. And that's another thing. This woman always up my wazoo. Holly, did you have a dream? Tell me. Holly, I saw you put a post up on Facebook. You had a dream. Why didn't you tell me? I write in my diary, lady. Okay. I wrote in my diary before you came along. I'm writing in it now. And I'm going to be writing in it long after you're out of my life, lady. I don't want to wake up and talk to you. You're not my go-to person, and I don't want you to be my go-to person. My go-to person is Yahusha, and you are getting in the way of me and him. You criticize my, oh, Holly, take that post down. You shouldn't say, Holly, you can't question people's salvation. Actually, yes, I can. Yahuwah said, I will know them by their fruit, and Yahuwah said, test, and get confirmations back from him that I'm actually talking to him and not being fooled or tricked by an imposter. Oh, that woman was wretched. I could not get away from her fast enough. Like, really, I couldn't. I never wanted to be that close to the lady to begin with. I'm sure she's bad mouthing me, but she was a total fan. She had stars in her eyes. I remember when I first met her and she came to my house in Long Valley. When I showed her my dream book, she gets a hold of my dream book and she's like, oh, this is Holly's dream book. Oh. I kid you not. If this was my dream book, right? I kid you not, I shit you not.
Deborah had called. She gets on the phone with Deborah. Oh my God. I have Holly's dream book in my hands. I'm looking at it. I'm turning pages in her dream book. She's explaining it to me right now. I'm sitting in Holly's car. Guys, if you're like that, you need to leave right now. We're not going to get along. If you are a fan, you need to leave. You are not called by Yahuwah if you're a fan of a super soldier, or if you're a fan to anybody except for Yahusha. You're not a child to him. I don't want to hear it. And the only royalty that has ever walked this earth is Yahusha. Queen Elizabeth is not royalty, and neither am I. I kid you not. The lady, oh my God, Cam, we have royalty sitting at our dining room table. We have royalty eating with us, Cam. Holly's royalty. Do you know what she said at Douglas Rake's counseling session that's supposed to be private? She said the name of the guy that created her. She's a Rothschild, Cam. Vampires. And she was an energy vampire. No, I'm not royalty. The Rothschilds are not royalty. Queen Elizabeth is not royalty. And if you think those people are royalty, then you need your head examined. Yeah, and the only royalty that ever walked the face of the earth is Yahusha. That's Heavenly Abba himself in human form. That is the only royalty that ever walked the face of this earth. And all Douglas Riggs did was protect the queen. I remember when I finally did move back to New Jersey and I got my own place, it took me one full year to unpack because that couple had me so screwed up, I would not unpack my stuff. It took me a whole year to get over the 4 months I lived with them. They did so much damage in the 4.5 months that I lived with them. Honestly, it took 2 years. It took a year to physically get beyond it, and then it took an additional second year to mentally get past it, and I'm not ever letting somebody put me in a position like that again. Like, seriously, I will live in my car before I ever live with another person like that. Holly, you can't use our address. We have things to worry about. I watch my grandson, and they wouldn't let me use their address. It's like, lady, the powers that be do not want you, your husband, or your grandkid. They don't want you guys. You don't even have psychic abilities. I don't want you, okay? The government surely doesn't want you, and they wouldn't let me use the address. What's the point of living at a place where you can't use the address of where you live, of where you rest your head? They pulled that one with me. You can't use our address. I'm like, I'm on disability. I have to give a physical location. It doesn't matter. I was going to give Social Security I was going to give Social Security the physical location even if they said not to. I'm not lying to Social Security. I need my benefits. I am fully disabled. Holly, you can't tell anybody where you're living. I made sure to tell everyone where I was. Phone number, physical address of where I was. I told everybody. Your whole honestly, lady, your whole family does not even touch a tip of the cost the government and military paid to create me. You and your family don't even amount to a tip. Forget about the whole check. They don't want you or your grandson, lady. If they come, they're coming for me alone. And if I were you, I wouldn't stand in their way. I hated it in Maryland. I was more miserable in Maryland than I was living in my own house in Long Valley with the dude and his kid who collapsed my lung. I was more miserable in Germantown, Maryland than I was ever miserable and sad in Long Valley. That was like the worst 4.5 months of my life. Just like high school was the worst 4 years of my life, living with those people was like the worst 4.5 months of my entire life. They drove me to drink. Are you an alcoholic, Holly? No, I'm not. The second I get away from you, I never touch alcohol. Lady, it's you. You drive people to drink. There's no way I'm dealing with you sober. I remember walking Keeper. Was it October or November? I can't quite remember. I remember looking up at the night winter sky going, Abba, I can't live like this. If I have to stay here any longer, I don't want you anymore. This is not how I know you. This is not what I know about you. This is not how you and I are together. And if I have to be anywhere near these people, I don't want you anymore. I cannot live like this. How these people live is not you. They're not fulfilling your living words. They're mimicking them, but this is not you. This is not you. And I don't know what these people are doing, but if I had to stay anywhere near these people much longer, then I don't want you at all. I was out of their house in a month after that. Abba had me out of their house. Within a month after that, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't know what these people are talking about, but it's not you, Yahusha. I don't know what these people are doing, but it is not walking and living in your ways. They're legalistic. They're religious. They have absolutely no spiritual gifts. They don't even have psychic abilities from Satan. This lady, that's what I was going to tell you about these dreams. This lady came to me one day. Oh, Holly, let me tell you about a dream I had. I'm going to beat Satan. Yes, I am. I'm going to be a super soldier just like you are, but I'm going to do it for God. Yeah, God Rael, you're going to do it for. So she tells me this dream, and when she told me this dream, I was like, why did you not tell me this before I moved in? If you told me this dream before I moved in, well, had I figured out the dreams that Abba gave me of her and her husband, I would not have moved in. Well, I didn't really have a choice at that point. But anyway, so she had this dream. It stayed with her. She's in like a concert. Satan's on stage. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people seated all around looking at Satan on stage. And Satan points at her in the middle of everybody, in the middle of the crowd. He singles her out, points at her, and then he lifts her up and then hovers her above the crowd. He makes her hover, floating in the air above everybody else. End of dream. What? That's not beating Satan. That's Satan raising you up. Satan's raising you up. That's nothing to be proud of, lady. You're not going to be kicking his ass. You're going to be kissing his ass. The fact that Satan picks you out of thousands and thousands of people, only you, and then he points his finger at you, and as he raises up his finger, you raise up out of your seat, and now you're hovering in the air. Satan's raising you up above everybody else. You're not a child of Yahuwah. Your father is Satan. Hey, if you want to call Satan Jesus, be my guest. Jesus is not going to mind because Jesus is Satan.
Yahusha came in Yahuwah's name. Jesus came in his own name. Jehovah came in his own name. Jesus and Emmanuel, they came in their own names. Source came in its own name. Yahusha came in Yahuwah's name. That's our shepherd. His sheep know his name. And we know the voice behind his name. Don't ever let anybody tell you different. The people that tell you different are the people that are backslidden themselves. And they want you to live their way. So when they go to hell, they're not going to be alone. Misery loves company. Holly, if you don't believe in the rapture, then you're going to be left behind. Good. Leave me behind. I don't want to go where you're going for believing in that crap. Good. Leave me behind because Yahusha's returning here. The meek inherit the earth, and you're so eager to get off of it, then go. But when you go, there's no other place for you. All right, food. I'm so people probably think, well, if Holly apologizes to me, I'll accept it, but I'm not going to be friends with her again. And it's like, lady, I don't have anything to apologize for. I apologize to Yahusha. He forgave me. I forgive you. And I never want to see you again. Website. Again, Joe's here. I lost my chat room up freaking again. This is not right. His name is Yahusha. Hey, Joe. Hey, Tariq. Yes, there's only one true living infinite God. I don't even want to say G-O-D. It's a title, and that word will summon God Rail. I bind and cast down God Rail and its legions in Yahusha Shem Selah. He says, Yahuwah says, do not have any other mighty one's names in your mouth. We're only supposed to praise Yahuwah in Yahusha's name. So to speak any other name is giving them honor. So I'm not going to say that J-E-S-U-S word or the J-E-H-O-V-A-H. And then apparently it translates to Joshua and Emmanuel. I bind and cast them and their legions down. My Savior is Yahusha, who came in Yahuwah's name. The word Yahuwah is in the word Yahusha. The word Yahuwah is not in J-E-S-U-S. The word Yahuwah is not in J-E-H-O-V-A-H. The word Yahuwah is not in the word source or Joshua or Emmanuel. But Yahuwah is in Yahusha. Yahusha is Yahuwah in human form. That's who we worship. Psalms 119 is ancient Hebrew. It's what Yahusha spoke when he was on the face of the earth walking around. That was his native tongue, was ancient Hebrew. And there were no V's, E's, or J's in the Hebrew he spoke. So right there, his name's not going to be Jesus or Jehovah because there were no J's and V's or E's in the Hebrew that he spoke. Plus, Yahuwah and Yahusha are written in our DNA ladder. Jesus, Jehovah, Source, Emmanuel, whatever you got. That's not written in our DNA ladder. And no, we don't take his name and translate it into another word. That does not make sense. Like, for instance, if I go over to Russia or if I go to Japan or if I go to China or if I go to Africa, I introduce myself. I say, hi, my name's Holly. In their language, they'll take their letters or their characters and form out my name, Holly,
They'll write my name Holly in their language, but when it comes time to talk to me and talk about me, they will pronounce my name as Holly. They won't say Samantha. They won't say Sharon. They won't say Karen. They'll say Holly. His name does not change. His name stays the same. Plus, only one name works and only one name gets rid of demons. And they took his name away from us so that way we would not be able to get rid of demons and we wouldn't be able to heal and cure. We're not even using his name. How many times have you called for Jesus and he was not there? Be honest with me. How many times did you call out to Jesus and he just was not there? Right. Because that's the imposter to Yahushua Mashiach. Imposter. Every time I call out to Yahushua, Mashiach is Hebrew for Messiah. Yahusha. Yah adds salvation or deliverance. Yahuwah, who sits on the throne, means Yah adds breath. YHWH is Yahuwah, who sits on the throne, meaning Yah adds breath. And Yahusha is Yahuwah in human form. Yahusha is YHSH. That's written in our DNA ladder. And that means Yah adds salvation. When he returns, he's getting a third and new name that none of us know right now. Abba, I'm placing a bet. Can I bet? Nobody knows his new name, and I don't know it either, but I'm betting that the first three characters, well, the first three letters of it, as far as English is concerned, is YAH, because that fifth rider on White Horse has a new name. It's got to be Yah, blank, 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 because there's Yahuwah on the throne, and when he was born on earth, we called him Yahusha. And when he returns, I bet you we're going to call him Yahu. What? I'm going to preach. I can't preach. I can't even see my chat room. That's it. I keep losing my chat room. I'm going to spiral a minute. I'll be right back. I got to reset everything. Okay, where is it? All right. Who are these people in my chat room? Why are you here? If I incorrectly block somebody, please feel free to email me at hollybaglio11@gmail.com. And I will give you a public apology, and then I will take you off block. That was only deleted. Okay, let me see. If I incorrectly block somebody, please feel free to email me at hollybaglio11@gmail.com with a link to your YouTube site. I will take you off on block and I will give you a public apology. But I don't know what's going on in my chat room. I don't like it because I just want to be able to see my friends who come in, and I miss Catherine. It's so good to see you, Catherine. Green-Eyed Mama, Joe, Miss Wilson. And if there's somebody else out there that might want to meet me or talk to me, I would like to hear from them, but I don't want to hear from these kids and these chat bots. So far, how long have I been saying that? For over a year now? If I incorrectly block somebody, so far, I have not received one email. Oh, and you have to give me your real name, too. And I'll apologize, take you, and take you off block. But until then, 9! You will not be in my chat room. 9! I don't know, but these stores never have like organic bananas or very good bananas. Nobody's talking. Did I lose my chat room again? No, I didn't. Good, okay. Good. All right then. I got the wrong high calorie shake. But even though I bought the wrong kind, this is unflavored. The unflavored sucks. Yeah, the unflavored has a flavor. Anyway, at least I can increase the calories with the cocoa powder. I'm so hungry. A little extra. Hold your ear. All right. Time to dump everything in. Oh, you got bananas growing out back. Vanilla extract. This one is chocolate. But yeah, for my vanilla shakes, I'll either use vanilla extract or almond extract. But this one's a chocolate shake, so I kind of I get on my vanilla shake kick sometimes. Sometimes. I didn't mean to buy Hershey's, but Hershey's was the cheapest. Cocoa powder, I guess. Good. Oh, I'm just going to have to throw out the banana. It's and then not done throwing stuff in it. I gotta make the chicken some eggs. We have one chicken that might be sick, and I gotta make him some eggs. I'm not saving the shells today. That thing is filled to the top. Okay, hold your ears. Oh my God. Yeah, I got a story about those chickens. Hang on one sec. The chickens are cannibals. Oh my goodness. When I make like Parmesan chicken like I did the other night, you know how like you take the raw chicken and you cut off all the icky parts? Well, when you save that yucky chicken, they love it. Oh my God, they go batshit crazy for it. But even like scrambled eggs, any kind of cooked eggs, raw chicken, they're cannibals. Your book in other languages, you publish them because my family friend in India needs to know the truth. Miss Wilson, yes. I am going to edit my autobiography so that way you can take it and translate it. Like the rough draft that's up right now on my website, hollybaglio.com, that translates into other languages. I'm going back to finalize my book. There's a lot I need to add, correct, and change in that book because I wrote it 6 years ago. When I'm done, I'm going to edit it. And then that way you can take the book and translate it into a different language and it'll go good. I just got to learn how to get rid of I'm not eating that. That sucks. I hate these small little refrigerators. I really wish he had gotten a bigger one. These small little refrigerators, your food does not last. In small little refrigerators, you can't really store anything. That sucks. Now I can't eat that. Damn it. No. There goes that. I got chicken breast, but I don't want chicken breast right now. Damn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. My hot dog was molding. Yeah, chickens eat everything. Do you like nut butters? Almond butter, yeah. Yeah, I do like nut butters. I could add a little bit of peanut butter. You know what I'd rather do, Green-Eyed Mom? I'd rather just take the chocolate bar and dunk it in the peanut butter and eat it that way. That's what my grandmother would do is she'd get me a tub of peanut butter and then just the chocolate bars. and I'd sit there and eat that. But now, um, I saw something that I want to try. And actually, you know what? It would taste great with raspberries. I saw them. This person take a bowl of strawberries and mush up the strawberries, mush them, and then um, get these little cups. It's, I guess, a certain type of baking pan, um, maybe cupcake. But anyway, he put little, I guess, cupcake papers in the trays, and he lined it with melted chocolate, then his mushed up strawberries, and then he put peanut butter on top, and then he froze them. I want to try that. Do it with raspberries and peanut butter. Mm. Strawberries and peanut butter. Mm. I need to go food shopping, but that requires money. And it's a Sabbath, so I'm not going anywhere. Thank you, Abba. I hope I gain weight. Oh, that's chocolatey. That's what it needs. 4 tablespoons of the cocoa powder. Cocoa. And it's good. Not 3 tablespoons. I was using 3 tablespoons before, and I was like, the shake just was really watered down tasting. That 4 tablespoon made a difference. I love these shakes. I really wanted that beef dog. I always say hot dog, but I buy beef dogs. Hot dogs with beef. I feel so much better now. So this week, I got to go through the misfortune of finding a new doctor. I should give the chickens this banana because it's going bad. They love bananas. They love everything you give them. Excuse me. I love these shakes. They're good. Even if it's not the right flavor, they're still good. My body's happy. I'm not starving to death anymore, but my body needs to chew on something. Like, I need the actual motion of chewing. You know what I like doing? Sometimes. I don't like cooking. So I like fast, quick, easy things. But like taking a hot dog, beef dog, whatever. But taking a hot dog and wrapping, you get the dough croissant rolls. You get the ones with the smaller little, I think it's a small little croissants. You get the dough, and when you roll it out, you take an entire rectangle, and then you roll your hot dog up in that rectangle of croissant dough, put it in the oven, cook it for, I don't know, 20 minutes, and eat it. The croissant makes a hot dog taste sweet. That's why I like corn dogs, because they taste really good. Oh, finally, I'm getting my stomach filled. I'm going to wind up falling asleep. You know what happened a couple of times? I dozed off, sitting outside in my little cubbyhole, in my little hidden holly. And I dozed off. I heard a car coming down the road. And you know how, like, you jerk awake? Well, because I heard the car, I started to jerk awake thinking, I'm driving, I fell asleep. I didn't fall asleep. I fell asleep outside, but not because I hear the cars. I'm thinking I fell asleep while driving. I'm like pushing my right foot on the brake, but really I'm sitting in the chair out back. All right, I'm full. I'm the only one that eats these. You're like, yeah, she puts it right back in the bag. I'm the only one that eats them. I make the best bachelorette. The way I live. I will wash that later. I can eat this later. And I'm also done with you right now. Look at that. Perfect. All right. Ugh. What did I do with my bowl? All right. Smoke them if you got them. Smoke it if you're prescribed it. I need floss. Okay. I've been asking Abba at night to please, excuse me, give me my spiritual gifts. Oh, oh, oh. I got a ground. Do you guys still have water? Yes, you do. I should give you treaties. Boy, that baby rooster's not a baby anymore. Like, look how big he got. He towers over the other chickens. Hi, guys. I gotta get you white ones some eggies. Yeah, your crowns are starting to fall, wiggle and wobble. Apparently, eggs perk them up, so I'm actually. What should I make them? Scrambled eggs? I would probably be eating this. I'll make a bunch of scrambled eggs. I got to section off, if I can, the two white ones because I need to make sure that they eat the eggs. Look at these chipmunks. I think they're getting used to me. Too bad I didn't have any nuts. Too bad I didn't have any nuts because these chipmunks back here go racing around. A couple of times, one almost collided with my foot. I sit here so quietly. Yeah. The homeowner wanted to get more chickens, but we would have to keep them inside. And there's nowhere for him to keep them inside anymore because I live here now. Where he would have put the little chicks is my bedroom. In the summer, in the spring and summer, I think he's going to get some ducks and more chickens. You know, he's going to get stuck taking care of them, right? Duck eggs. Yeah, I ate garbage yesterday. I only ate ice cream. I kind of wrote it out on Kratom. I should not have done that because I'm trying to gain weight and riding days out only using Kratom instead of food or junk food. I'm going to lose weight. I want to gain weight.
So what do I have to do today? First things first. I got to take 2 hours and do copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste to my website to back up everything I typed out. That way, if anything happens in the future, I can be like, oh, no problem. I already have everything typed up. And if I don't like what I typed up, I can always go back in and edit it like I did when I got the website, because I used to have my website up from 2018 to 2021. Um, but this one came out great. This one came out perfect. I think it came out a lot better than the first website I made. The first website I made was white and yellow. This website is black and white, and I like it. Um, I used yellow for banners that I wanted to stand out. I think it came out a lot better. I have like my old interviews, the like most recent interviews. Like I've been around for a long time. I left up only a couple of links where people can find me on Spirit Force and where people can find me on YouTube. But I really like the whole website in general. But I'm gonna have to go through 120 drawings, 125 drawings, and copy and paste all the descriptions I typed up. I'm not going to put the pictures up with them, like the drawings. I just want to save the descriptions. I can pretty much figure out what drawing goes with what description just by reading the description. Shabbat Shalom. Praise Yahuwah. Praise Yahuwah. Yeah, these chipmunks get rip roaring around here. When I let Rumble out, I have to watch him, otherwise he catches them. And the last one he caught, I think he broke its back, and the thing crawled away and under the house. And just, I don't like Rumble catching these things. If it was mice, fine. Inside the house, mice, fine. But like outside, these cute little things. Um, I know though, if I wanted to have a garden, I would really have to get fine fencing to go around the perimeter, and even maybe dig a little trench into the ground to put the wire into the ground, bury it a little bit, and then go around the whole perimeter, because chipmunks, they'll get into everything. You even have a contact option. Yeah, but you better hope I'm at the computer, otherwise you're gonna be sitting there waiting a while. You know what? When I got the website, like when I went into the web builder, it had that on there. I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll leave it. I don't even know how to put it on or take it off." I tried messing with it the one day, and I gotta I gotta look at that thing again. Because when I looked at it, it messed up, and now like there's always this screen popped up, and it's like I don't want to have to press yes or no. Like if I want to talk to you, I'll push a little button. I don't want to talk to you. I have not pressed the little button, so I don't want all the other screens popping up. As soon as I figure that out, Jem, you'll see the little round button, but it won't have the pop-up screen where you have to say yes or no thanks. I don't know why it did that. Yeah, so today I'll be backing up my website and then sending out emails to land interviews. And what's so nice is when I send out these emails, it's going to go by a lot faster because I do not have to attach anything to the letter. I just can mail out the letter, say, here's my website. I cannot believe Proton Mail stopped allowing me to receive my incoming messages. I even wrote their help desk. Their help desk never got back to me. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm there, I could do that. And then I could take everything from Proton. I could delete Proton and then move it over there, but then I got to go through all of those other ones. And if they don't let me, I better keep that website open just in case. Yeah, Holly Baglio at my Yahoo. My Yahoo.com. I think that's why they said Yahoo and why they made Yahoo a derogatory term is to make fun of his name. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear the chipmunks, but they're behind me running around. They sound like freight trains. Chipmunks and squirrels, when you're out in the woods, it takes a while to get used to because I know it did with me and I'm like out in the woods, but sitting here, oh, here we got two more coming. They're over there. So, like sitting here, they sound like freight trains. I cannot tell you how many times I heard something coming through the woods. I mean, coming through the woods. So much so that I stood up looking, thinking, okay, it's going to be a bear. Number one, I'm going to start running. And that's going to be the worst thing to do is to start running, but I'm going to start running. I know me. And it turned out to be chipmunk or chipmunks chasing each other. You would think that, like, you know, big, huge bear was coming through the woods at you. And meanwhile, is this little itty bitty chipmunk chasing around another little itty bitty chipmunk that sounds like a freight train coming through the forest. Oh my goodness, and it's so cute when the chipmunk, when Rumble's outside and they see him and they chirp. They go like, chirp. I've always thought it was like a bird. Nah, it's a little chipmunk. Yeah, now it's quiet. Yeah, if you start hearing like they're rustling around, like there's been a bunch of times where I jumped on my feet thinking maybe it's a bobcat or maybe it's a deer or what animal is making that noise? And it's two little chipmunks chasing each other around. I love being out in the woods. Oh, it's a Feast of Tabernacles coming up. Hey, Jem, we got another feast. Yeah, we need this feast because I'll tell you, I started feeling sick during the atonement fast, but that towards the end of the atonement fast, I felt like I was getting sick. Yesterday, I kind of felt sickish, and I still kind of feel that way again today. Had I eaten better yesterday, I could have nursed myself back to health. Um, I need to start on my parasite cleanse. I was supposed to start it on Yom Kippur, and then I put it off till tomorrow or till yesterday. But then when yesterday came around, I forgot because I was working on my website. I'm so glad that website is done with. I worked hard on that website. I got to be honest with you. I thought it was only going to take a couple of hours. Man, it took a bunch of days. You know why? I scanned everything into the computer, and then I had to save it, and then from there I had to upload it to the website, and then from the website I had to choose it and place it on the website, and then from there I had to write the description. And to be honest with you, I had a stack. They were like just design drawings, like different designs, different things I made, but I had a stack of more drawings and pictures I made for Yahuwah to put up. And I was like, I don't even really want to scan them in because it's going to take more work than anything. Like, if I were to throw these drawings out right now, I wouldn't miss anything. But I want to hang on to them because it's just time that I spent with Abba. I drew him a design. I just sat down to draw with him and to worship him and think about him. Should be grounding. I should be. Somebody made me a walking stick, and I love my walking stick. I want to decorate it, but I'm kind of stubborn. My friends said that they would decorate it for me because they have like the burning machine. But I'm thinking I might look up on the internet how to carve wood. Maybe get a piece of wood, test it, and then take my walking stick and carve things into my walking stick. I really appreciate my friends offering to do the engraving, but I want to do it myself. Like, I want them to let me use their burning machine and let me burn my design into the walking stick just because I want to do it, even though it's not going to come out professional looking like it would with them doing it. Because, like, the my one friend, she's the artist. It doesn't matter. I still want to do it myself, mistakes and all. And yeah, I think I want to write my name Holly around it, and then write Yahusha's name down the side of it. The side, it's round, but like on either side. Maybe I should not do that because if I have my hand on the walking stick and I engrave Yahusha's name on the bottom, then it would look like I have my hand on top of him. How could I fix that? You know, I could fix that because at the very top of the walking stick, I could put YHWH. I want to like carve it in. And then if there's some sort of glittery paint, it's got to be glitter. Then I want to paint it in, but I could put the YHWH around the very top of the walking stick. So when I put my hand on the walking stick, his name is above my name. and then below his name comes my hand on the walking stick. And then after that, if I carve in Ruach Kodesh, and then maybe turn the walking stick, and then carve in Yahusha, maybe turn the walking stick, and I don't know, make another carving of like a 7 branch menorah, it would be okay, because at the very top part of the walking stick, I'll have his name. Sorry. You know what? Let me get the walking stick and I'll show you what I mean. I really, I give my brachas to the man that made this for me. I know it probably took him like no time at all, but I really appreciate it. I'll show you. And the great thing, my walking stick is not just a walking stick. I should call mine a health stick. Holly Health Stick. Get yours today. $9.99. A Holly Health Stick. So this is what I mean along the top. You see that? So while I walk, I'm grounding. So even though I'm walking, hello. So even though I'm walking, I'm still grounding, right? Because it's got the copper end. So I can stand here and hold my walking stick, be in rubber shoes, but it's at least a part of me is still grounding. I really like this a lot, but I was thinking I could carve his initials in YHWH around the top, so that way, wherever I put my hand, whatever I do, he's always above me. So, like, if I wanted to carve his name, Yahusha, and like, say I wanted to write Yahusha Mashiach going down my stick, I would still be able to do that because it would not be rude and disrespectful, because of the fact YHWH, Yahuwah's name, will be at the very top right here. So he'll be at the very top of the walking stick. And my hand will go here. And then I could write Yahusha Mashiach's name down the stick. And maybe on the other side put Ruach Kodesh. My Ruach. Praise be to Yahuwah for our companion, the Ruach. Your Ruach, you and Ruach. Thank you for my Ruach. And Yahusha Shem Selah. That's so cool. So my friend said, like, she has like the burning kit and she would do it for me, but I kind of want to do it myself. But I was thinking maybe I could carve the letters in and then maybe find some kind of paint and then paint in the little grooves. I'm going to have this thing looking all sorts of crazy by the time I'm done with it. I could get more little things to tie onto this. I could fish. I could put fishing line through here and get crystals and bead them onto the stick and like twist them around the stick if I wanted. Maybe I could see what I mean. They're like freight trains. Do you mind? What are you screaming at? My walking stick? I should beat you with it. Yes, the earth is his footstool. Writing his name is not a graven image. sometimes it sounds like there's a bird stuck in here, but it's not. It reminds you. But I can glorify him, that's for sure. That's pretty cool, though, if you think about it. It's maple wood. It's maple wood. To get a stick nice and straight like that. Well, I guess for the most part, trees are kind of straight. I like it though. Something to beat people with. No, I'm kidding. I wish I was multi-talented. Because I would take this. And turn it into a handle. Like take this top piece off. And then on the inside, hollow it out. And then with this top piece, turn it into a knife. So that way you could have a knife on the top of it. And it doesn't have to be big, just self-defense, but nobody would be the wiser. And they would not know that this part was like a knife that you could just pull out and be like, get back. I like going hiking and mountain biking. They put a Bible on there. Right? I was thinking about putting a scripture verse, but like that would be a lot of carving. I don't know that I want to carve that much. I guess the Bible verse that I would use would be Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Who shall I send? And I turn to you and I say, send me. I'll go. Isaiah 6, 8. I have a blanket that says that. I want to get my other set of shelves so that way I can get the shelves up and then I can decorate my room with that blanket that I have with Isaiah 6, verse 8 on it. And I also want to get up my other drawing, like hang up my other drawings that I have for you. I want to cover my room in my drawings for him. In like my pretty drawings for him. I want them out in my room so I can see them and enjoy them. I'll wind up having to redraw them in a couple of years because they'll get faded. That happened with my drawing of the New Jerusalem. It's faded. It's faded. I drew that 11 years ago. There he is. Fireproof. Abba can worry about making my pictures fireproof. I'll draw them over for him. I'm always going to be worshiping him. And my drawings are a sign of my worship for him. That's one of the ways I worship him. That's one of the ways I spend time with him. I have no problem writing his name over again and over again in glitter. I got no problem doing that over again for him. I still do that now, so I'll just keep making him pictures. He knows what they are. They'll be with him forever. But yeah, I should maybe, rather than draw the New Jerusalem over again, Abba, will you take me there again? The New Jerusalem. Maybe that's what I should do, is go take a walk. And then I can get back to my computer to work. Tomorrow I'm going to start finalizing my autobiography. Right now I'm before Abba, picturing it in my head. And there's a bunch of stories that I need to write into the book. And there's a bunch of corrections. So I'm really hoping people just wait 3 weeks and let me get them the finalized version before they read it. Oh, I was too slow. He's right there. He was like right there. Yeah, I sit here and they just come walking up on me. If I had nuts, they'd probably come to me, take the nut, and run away. I bet you I could tame them. I started taming a squirrel, but I left Stewartsville. But every time that squirrel heard me out in the yard, he'd come running out and I'd give him walnuts. What do you mean, how did I get to the New Jerusalem? Are you kidding me? Are you a believer and you're asking me that question? Yahuwah not only took me, but he showed me my room there. You should check out my website, hollybaglio.com, and you can see the drawing and description for yourself. How did I get there? Yahuwah showed me. He gave me the gift of prophecy. I've seen his return in my dreams 2 times. He's shown me the 2 witnesses. I've seen the 2 resurrections. I've seen the New Jerusalem, and he's shown me my bedroom there. I've seen a whole bunch of stuff, and it's all up on hollybaglio.com. I share my gift of prophecy on my webpage. Go check it out. I know all about revelation. Yahweh showed me, I rebuke myself, Yahuwah showed me revelation when I was a little girl in my dreams. And then when I was an adult, 39, turning 40, Heavenly Abba showed me a second time in my dreams revelation. So I plan to be here to see his return. Elijah and Enoch. Wouldn't that have been cool if it was Moses? I was hoping it'd be Moses. Nah, it's Enoch and Elijah. Enoch and Elijah are the only two people that have not died yet. He took Enoch and he took Elijah. They're time traveling right now. They're not in heaven because no flesh inherits heaven. And they're not in the Garden of Eden because there's a cherubim and a flaming sword protecting the entrance so that nobody entered. They're time traveling right now in Yahuwah's chariot. So, like, for them, it feels like they just got on Yahuwah's chariot, and pretty soon they'll be landing in Jerusalem wearing black sackcloth, and they'll be prophesying for 3.5 years. So, they're going to see the end of the world. I cannot wait till they get here because for those 3.5 years, the elites are not going to be in control of the weather. The control of the weather will be in the hands of the two witnesses, and the elites are going to hate it. The elites are absolutely going to hate it. Enoch and Elijah. Yep. Sorry, I'm like zoning out right now. Praise be to Yahuwah for Yahusha. And Heavenly Abba, thank you for the Sabbath. Thank you for the Sabbath. He made the Sabbath for the man, not the man for the Sabbath. Or, yeah. He made the Sabbath for the man, not the man for the Sabbath. I'm so relieved I got my website done. I'm going to feel this good again in a couple of weeks when my book is done. Oh, forget it. I'm going to be on cloud 9. I'm going to be like, all this work is done. I never have to do it again. And then what? Turn around and start writing another book. It might just be memoirs. Look at this little guy. Are you back again? You see him? Where'd you go? He's wrestling around back there. What are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. I used to leave peanuts back here for them all the time. He's a little one. He's a little guy. I've seen bigger chipmunks than him. All right, I've been here for 3 hours. I'm gonna have to get going. Get myself motivated. Make a video announcing my website. I don't know. I might wait till like Monday and Tuesday to make sure people are paying attention because I released my website on Friday night. Like, nobody's around on Friday night. I was around. Oh, I feel so great having that website done. And last night I lost the page. I had trouble. Um, and I literally had to write up an entire page. It was the prophecy tab. I had to write that whole tab up again. I had to upload the drawings again. I had to insert the descriptions. And the thing was, it was a good thing I had trouble with that tab because that was the only one that I have backed up. I do not have the other tabs backed up. So today I'm going to back up the other tabs, like all of my descriptions. And then that way I always have the descriptions. But then again, it's pretty easy to write up the descriptions. It's not that difficult. But, all right, beautiful, fine folks, I'm going to let you go. It was nice talking to you. I am holy and unblameable. It was a pesticide. Yes, it was. It was a weed compared to Yahuwah's tree of life. That was a good one. All right, you beautiful, fine folks. Green-eyed mama, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me for a while. It's a good thing I'm finishing my autobiography now because then this winter, during the long, cold, dreary months, I can hang out with you guys. I won't have anything to do. I'll be scot-free then. It was nice talking to you too. I kind of did a video because I was hoping that you'd be around and we could hang out. But, like, I think people are, I guess it's me, and I think people are sick and tired of my testimony. I mean, I've been hearing about it for 11 years. I have to remember that you guys don't hear it all the time. And even if you might hear a story again, you don't get bored with it like I do. And I don't mean to say that I get bored with my own testimony, just putting it on paper and making sure that paper looks good, that's difficult for me. You know, making sure that paper looks good. And then I get sick and tired of hearing my own testimony. Well, there's I did recent videos where Shanti interviewed me on Aquarius Rising Africa, and I have those links up on my website under recent interviews. So feel free to check them out. hollybaglio.com. It explains what I am, when my book will be done, and it has my drawings. I mean, you look at my drawings and you're reading part of my book. For every written page I have of my autobiography that I named Kids in a Cage, for every written page I have a drawing to go with it that I made. And it wasn't that I did that intentionally. It's just that it's how that worked out. That's just the way it worked out. You know, where I ended up with the same amount of drawings as written pages. So basically, we could call my autobiography a picture book. All right, I better let you guys go. I was missing you too, Green Eyed Mama. I see you today. Well, that's why I started to see you. So, all right. Well, I'll be back. I don't know when, but soon. And when I'm done with the book, you'll be like, Holly, I'm sick and tired of you. All right. I love you. Jem, everyone. Yahusha Barukas. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope you enjoy my website too. I probably went overkill on the pictures, but I don't know. I thought the pictures showed my personality. And in my pictures, I saw, I'm not talking about my drawings, I'm talking about my photographs on the homepage. I think those photos showed my personality. And like, I saw so much life in those photos. I was like, yeah, that's me. Happy go lucky. Um, Always smiling, laughing, and you know, when you do go to read my autobiography, I have to. That's another thing. I need to put this up again. Trigger warning again for my on the page that has my autobiography. I need to put up another trigger warning. You guys will fall under awful, awful oppression um, from just reading my book. It touches on child trafficking. It touches on some really dark, gloomy topics. You'll go under, you'll fall under demonic attack and demonic oppression because of the topics that I expose and because of what I lived through. Um, so, speaking of which, I better go put up that trigger warning now. Yeah. Dying. To spring clean or to toss out? That is the question. Why clean it when you can toss it out? All right. Yeah, because when you read my book is very, very dreary and very difficult. It's not it's not a pretty book. I don't think so. Anyway, all right. I love you. I'll see you later. I'll be back.